Whatever you did, what did you get out of it? To behave. Yes, we shouldn't just go to us. Just listen to them and do whatever they ask us to do. It was obvious it was going to get worse, because you are not addressing the root cause of the problem. Instead, you are to our own, just massaging the destruction, people who are actually behind these problems. So how does the world expect us to behave? Just listen to them and do whatever they ask us to do, even if it is leading to our own destruction. Let me tell you, it's really not. Let me tell you, it's really not for our existence, for our well-being, for our. If somebody intends for our create these problems for us, well-being, for we don't expect us, we don't expect to be asked to ask for favors from the ones who are causing these problems to us. If somebody we're not going intends to for a favor to create maybe someday these problems for us, when there are people who we don't expect decades and hundreds of years ago, maybe those people, because who knows, we can ask through such manipulations and so on, have people emerge who think that is the way we should live. We don't expect, maybe, I don't know, but in some of us, his lifetime, in our lifetime, some of us will be asked, try and stand up to that. So ask for favors. By the way, if we were really in Congo for minerals, the ones who are causing these problems would be 100 times richer than we are now. We are not going to ask. But I think also why we ask for a favor. And you know, I saw recently people sort of celebrating, say, you see, we have always said Rwanda is in Congo, and they have been denying. Now they have, well, maybe someday. No, that is nonsense. I think people who are being told are not listening when there are, and what they have been told for years, they have not been listening, because I've been asked thousands of times, you say, is Rwanda in Congo? There's something people who, that says everything you need to know about defensive measures we took to deal with that threat coming from Israel, like we have been from Congo. Now, decades and my answer, simple answer, has always been, if you ask me whether we are in Congo, those people, because who knows, we can you first, through such a manipulation, ask yourself, have people emerge who, why would Rwanda be in Congo? Think that is the way we should live. Then you would get the answer without asking me. If we ask yourself that this Rwanda, which is accused of being in Congo, in some of us, his lifetime, in our lifetime, some of us will try and stand up to that. So this problem, by the way, if we were really in Congo for minerals, would be 100 times richer than we are now. But I think also why we are and you know, so recently people sort of celebrating say, you see, we have always said Rwanda is in Congo and they have been denying, now they have, no, that is nonsense. I think people who are being told are not listening. And what they have been told for years, they have not been listening, because I've been asked thousands of times. They say, is Rwanda in Congo? There is something that says everything you need to know about defensive measures we took to deal with that threat coming from Eastern Congo or from Congo. Now, my answer, simple answer, which says everything, has always been, if you ask me whether we are in Congo, do you first ask yourself, why would Rwanda be in Congo? Then you would get the answer without asking me. If we ask yourself that this Rwanda, which is accused of being in Congo, why this accusation? First of all, it is not about minerals, that one is aside, for sure. It's not for any other thing, for sure. Except we have told you for the last 30 years about the threats coming from Congo, to do with our security, and those threats have materialized several times. You just don't want to see it, you don't want to hear it. So, but what are they looking for? When they're asking you, are you in Congo? Either you say no, and the question of defensive measures we took are also seen as if they are not there. And if you say yes, that becomes the only problem in the world to deal with. Even legally, the lawyers who are here, you see the Minister of Justice, if you say yes, every other problem will disappear. They'll just take you on saying, yes, you are there. So every problem, in fact, you will have made it easy for them to load the problems of Congo on your shoulders now. That's it. So you saw one time a journalist asked me, say, are you in the CNN? It was, I must have seen it. And when I said, I don't know, simply, that is really technically not an answer I should have given. But also technically, it is an answer that would not take me to court. So, how do you prosecute an ignorant man who doesn't know what you're even talking about? It becomes difficult. So, but this whole back and forth thing has trivialized the real issue. The real problem has been trivialized. But there are big issues to deal with. Congo must own up. They have responsibilities and must not transfer their responsibilities to Rwanda. We're not responsible for Congo. The history and whatever it is, that one, people can make their own judgment. But we cannot carry our own problems and carry Congo's problems. No. And for protecting our people, that one we shall. There's no question about it.